What it is, what's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Georgie, and I'm back with another YouTube video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. As usual, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you push your notification bell to be notified every time that I upload on my channel. July is over. Bye, Cancer season. Bye, my birthday. Let's get into the July wraps. I read a total of 10 books. Am I surprised that I actually read 10 books? Yes, but also no. I'm actually shocked that I only read 3 physical books. The goal was like 5 or 6, and I did not hit that anywhere near. So all those books that I didn't get to in July are now back on my shelves to hopefully be read in August, and if not September, if not October, if not November, December, January, February, March, I don't know. I am a mood reader, which means I love to have a good variety on my stack every month, and depending on my mood is what book I will read. So sometimes I don't get to those books, and it's okay. Anyways, let's get into the first book that I read in the month of July. Truth or Dare by Daniel Allen. I enjoyed this book. This was a quick, fun book. Literally the title, Truth or Dare, that's what it was. From them playing when they were kids to them playing in adulthood, I was like, oh yeah, we should be playing Truth or Dare as adults because it can get fun. And that book showed how fun it could get, exploring newfound relationships, a little bit of forced proximity, a little bit of forbidden romance. But at the end, it was a true romance. It was a fun romance, okay? Now, the second book that I read is Unwind It Back. This book actually ended up being my favorite in the whole entire series. I am a sucker for a dual timeline. I love growing with the characters. Rewind It Back, we grew with Haley and Rio. They got their second chance that they deserved because they dated as kids, literally kids. And then they fell apart because it was family drama, just moving on with life, going to college, and this and the third. And now they get the second chance as an adult. Honestly, I love that kind of second chance romance. That second chance that is well deserved, not because of cheating, not because something negative. I love when it wasn't their fault that they broke up in the first place, or they just didn't have a fair shot, and now they get to have that fair shot, and hopefully it works out. I love Rio and Haley so much. Now, were they my favorite couple in the series? No, but this was just my favorite book in the whole entire series. Next, we have Capadonna 1, 2, and 2.5. Actually, we're just gonna throw in Capadonna 3 and 3.5 because I read them all this entire month. Ooh, Capadonna and Capone. I do not want to compare them because they're so different. Yes, they're twins, but they're so different. We got a lot more from Capadonna than we did with Capone. Loved how Capadonna cared for Alea. I knew she wasn't as innocent as she portrayed herself to be. I knew she was a writer. I knew she wasn't hesitant. I knew she wasn't scared of Capadonna's lifestyle. I loved how Capadonna cared for everybody. He literally was this emotional twin who didn't want to show his emotions. He went from being this hard-bodied twin that just don't give a damn to now this twin that has a soft spot for his family, his wife, his kids, his son, his twin, their wife, his sister, his boys. When it was time to put boots on the ground, he was always ready. I'm loving this series so much, even though there's a lot of topics that are heavy. The entirety of the books, it's just so good. It's just so good. Then we have In Her Own League. This is a spin-off to the Windy City series, and I absolutely love this book. I love a girl power book. Reese and Monty, this was one of the books I actually said I needed by the time I got to play along. I was like, oh, I need Monty's point of view because I see something with Monty and Reese, and then we got Monty and Reese relationship. Oh, even though this was an age gap, and sometimes I cringe when it comes to age gaps, but this wasn't bad. This was 30s and 40s. Now, lifestyle-wise, definitely an age gap because he was a damn grandpa. He had no kids, but she was previously married. Oh, Scott got what he deserved. No severance for you. Since you want to play in my face. You forgot who I am. I am the boss. Reese. I love Reese down. She was that girl. Because I thought Kennedy was that girl. Reese is also that girl. Them two together, unstoppable combo. Monty, I love Monty. Monty has such a soft spot for his team. Monty has such a soft spot for anyone he cares about, and it's honestly a little bit sickening. Like, sir, when are you gonna actually put yourself first? I get it because he never got that opportunity to actually put himself first. But now that he's met Reese, and Reese and him are kind of the same person, just different fonts, I love their relationship so much. Yes. Last but not least, A Love Like the Sun. I'm not gonna lie. I should have read the synopsis of this book because I thought this was gonna be like a girly cutesy book. Yes, it was girly cutesy, but golly, once we got to like 75%, I was like, whoa, slow down. How did we get here? Why am I getting emotional? Like, it was like 60% all the spice just came out, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it that much because it was so soft in the beginning. A little bit of exploration, a little bit of curiosity, mostly business focused, mostly trying to figure out this fake dating situationship, and then we got to the point where they were ready to cross that boundary, and I was like, oh, we're seeing another side of Isaac. Isaac actually loves control. Like, Isaac really is that man. Nothing would have prepared me for the last 25%. Actually, honestly, probably reading the synopsis would have prepared me for the last 25%, because I knew this book had to do with like her health, but early on in the book, it was mentioned, but it wasn't the focus. It became the focus the last 25%. And I felt like it was going downhill way too fast. Slow down, Savannah. I love the actual author's notes. Unfortunately, this is my first book by this author, and hopefully she has more in her catalog because I honestly did not look it up. I need to support her. I want to support her. I have to support her. Yes, she's a great writer, but that author's note, if you're ever experiencing anything with your health and you don't feel 100% certain in what your doctor is saying, always get a second opinion. Even if you do feel confident in what your doctor is telling you, always get a second opinion. It's very, very important that we not only do our research, but we give ourselves a fair shot by going the extra mile for ourselves. I truly enjoyed this book. There was one thing that she said, for you, I'll bring down the sun. And then his project that he was working on, that man is so intentional. I love an intentional man. Y'all gotta read this one. I read 10 books in the month of July, which according to my 2026 book reading goal, $10 for every book that I finish. I now have an additional $100 in my savings account for completing my book challenge. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.